Hello, welcome back to this series on gradients and differentiation. So, in the previous episode we looked at what happens if we sum simple functions together and we want to differentiate them or find the gradient of that function, or overall function. Today we're going to look at what happens if the function is a product of two x functions. So for instance, we have y is equal to 2x to the minus 2, so that's one simple function, multiplied by sine x, which is our second function. So this is the product of two functions. And there is a rule called the product rule, which follows this, which is dy by dx is equal to f of x multiplied by g prime of x plus f prime of x multiplied by g of x. So this introduces a new type of notation for differentiation, which is the prime, which is this little mark here. So what this actually just means is differentiated with respect to the variable. So g prime of x is equal to dg of x over dx, and that g of x could just be equal to y, so that's where it becomes dy by dx. So this basically means g prime of x means differentiate your function g with respect to x. So the way that I do these type of functions is I define the first simple function as f. So I write down f of x is equal to 2x to the minus 2. And I write the second function as the g of x. So g of x is equal to sine x. Under this I can write my f prime of x. This is my differential with respect to x. So I'm going to differentiate with this respect to x. So the minus 2 comes down and multiplies by the 2. So this is going to go to minus 4x to the minus 3. And I'm going to differentiate g of x to get g prime of x, which is equal to cosine of x. So the nice way of doing it in this way is basically I take the diagonals now and multiply them. So I end up with 2x to the minus 2 cosine x plus, and I can go along this diagonal. So it's actually going to turn to a minus 4 over x to the 3, because x to the minus 3 is the same as doing x over 3. And then that's going to go to sine of x. So I'm just going to put brackets around the x just to show that they're part of the sine and cosine. But this is equal to dy by dx. So that's the way that you use the product rule.